5, the element of a surprise, right? Child, listen. We already remember how it ended last week, right? It ended because Zatima was in her office crying, like with her hands like this, right? So this episode, it opens up where Zach is outside. He's basically like blowing the leaves or whatever. Car pulls up, and it is a girl that gets out and introduces her as Deja. She's, I guess, looking for Zach. She's wanting to see the old place. Mind you, I can't remember what her name is. Toya. No, yeah, I think it's like um, she's like she has this ratchet ass character on Instagram. I forget what it's called. But she's like real ghetto, and I think it's something Toya. I'll have to link it here so that you can see because I totally forgot. But she's real small. She has this bodycon outfit on, and she's like basically like I want to see this place. So he goes and proceeds and goes in there, and they're basically flirting back and forth, and like giving each other passes. She's looking at his little print, like his dick print, whatever, and she's like. Um, Basic like can I have a place, and he was like, well, sorry, I was being a little selfish about the space because I have a space next door. And she was like, oh, can I have that one? And he's like, no, it's kind of taken. And he's like, it's mine. And basically she was like, oh, well, can I have that one? And then she was also like, if that's yours and you stay down next door, I'm glad that my landlord will be next door, nice and strong. And I'm like, child, listen, don't do too much. But then at the end of the day, I'm like, child, listen, Zach need to be careful. First of all, she like a stripper. She got this body count outfit on, so I think it's like bubblegum pink. And you already know how Fatima is. So I'm like, you on thin ice right now? Tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Just tread lightly. Just tread lightly. So then, she's turning around. He's like looking at her ass and just how, she's looking or whatever. And then she's like, well, what can I do, or what do I have to do in order to get the place? And she's like, I got my application, I got my credit report, yeah, everything. Like, here, can I just move in? So he's like, yeah, I gotta clear it and do a thorough check or whatever, and we'll see. Child, and then I guess his friends. The next thing, his friends can come over to the house or whatever, and they're like, going back and forth, like, who the hell is that girl? Who she find? Da da da. Then he's like, I'm not going to the party. I mean, he's saying I'm not going to the party, whatever. And he's like, yes, you are. You going to the party, whatever. Then they go in the house, and he's like, okay, well, I'm gonna call Fatima, and as he's doing that, the friend is like, oh, well, I'm gonna go outside. I seen you had the jacuzzi, so I'm gonna go outside. So he literally is like stripping down to his birthday suit to go and dip in the pool heat. And then Zach is running after him like, no, I got trunks. Don't get in my jacuzzi like that. So then he gives him the trunks. He calls Fatima, and Fatima, I guess, is already kind of going through because of the whole situation that she was, just talking to Eden about in that last episode. So she's like in the funk or whatever. So he's like, okay, well, he was going to tell her about the party, but then he didn't because um, her mood. But now he's like trying to figure out how he gonna talk to friends out of telling him that he's not gonna go. You know what I'm saying, to the party. But I'm like, my God, like it's just too much. It's just his friends is too much. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? They just too much. Then the next thing is Fatima and Angela downstairs in the parking lot. Because I guess, remember I told you that I think they work together or in the same building. So she's then telling her that she's going to meet up with Ian because he has cancer. And she's like, are you feel like you're strong enough to do that? And she's like, well, I'm not sure, but I'm going to talk to him because I feel bad. Oh, Angela was like, wait, make sure you use the filter through all the shit that he put you through. Use that filter to filter your feelings. Child, I didn't know. I didn't know if I should be like, yes, or if I should be like, no, give him a chance. I just was like really conflicted with that because at the end of the day, I was just like, you do have to remember how like the person, what they put you through and how that made you feel, so that you won't give them a chance and like I guess be on cloud nine with it. But at the end of the day, you also want to kind of be compassionate have compassion of the situation that they're going through, you know. So I don't know. I was very conflicted. I didn't know, but I just wanted to jump out my seat, you know. But I digressed, you know. And then, child, why Valerie comes, it goes back to Zach being at the house, and why Valerie come over asking if Deja can move in. Does she not have a phone? Like, who conducts business like that? Like, I don't understand why she always popping up and, like, you know what I mean? Like, you have to come over here. I kind of low key feel like she flirting with him too. Like, I don't understand why all these women are like flirting with Zach like this. Like, I really don't. You know, also I think it is I think it's because, you know how when you be in a relationship and it might not even be your exes, but it might be people that, like, I don't know if it's like a aura that you give out, or if it's like the energy you give out that you're taking, but it's like people be wanting to test you. And I feel like Valerie definitely is trying to test him, not intentionally, but I feel like she is, like, she flirting with him, because there's no reason why she had to come over to the house to check to see if he checked her background check and if she was okay to move in, because she just came over like, when can she move in? Child, boy, bye. Okay. Then it pans to the conversation, I guess, that Eden and Fatima is having, right? And Eden's having this conversation and telling her how he was so wrong about her, and how he basically wanted to still play the field, and her being such a good person and so nice, she was like too good to be true. It was like she was too perfect. So he was just like, he had to let her go. And basically he was saying, like, and then Fatima was like, well, why her? And he was like, because she had money, her family had money, and basically at the end of the day they kind of set him up or whatever. But that's the reason why, you know, he chose the other girl over her. But I was just like, I don't get it, child. And then after that, apparently, right, this guy Eden was dating Fatima and the ex-wife at the same time, right? Because this is what Fatima is saying, right? And she was like, and then at the same time, you then got me pregnant and drove me to go get an abortion. And after I got finished with that, you then told me you was leaving me for her. And you want to give Eden a chance, child? Listen, when that happened, I almost want to throw the phone, because you know I was looking at the phone because I'm at work. I almost want to throw the phone away. I was so mad at Eden. Like, really? And then now, because you got cancer, you want me to, like, you want to come back and be all in my life like that? No. Fuck you. Okay? Fuck you. You know that TikTok to be like, fuck you. Like, child. He don't get a chance. He don't get a pass. He don't get nothing. I do have compassion because of the simple fact that you have cancer, but you don't get nothing. It's like when he said, I have nothing, 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 instead of with you or without you, it's I don't have nothing for you, okay? That's what it is, okay? Period. Period. I ain't got nothing for you, okay? Lord child. Then he then says, that he was done basically for playing the games that he did with her, because he was just young, and instead of being able to see who he had in front of him. And then he was saying he appreciated, Fatima was then saying she appreciated him coming to her and apologizing, because now she could finally move on and have peace, and, you know, be better for Zach, because Zach is much better than him, right? And he was like, even when I was good, and she was like, no, even when you were good, I was waiting, and then there was something bad. And it was like, when she said that, it kind of like was funny to me, because I was just like, he was her version of Karen's Zach. Like, you know how Karen Zach was like basically a fuck up? That was her version. So it's like she had her Zach, right? And now Zach is basically a better person. She gets the better version of Zach, which is like, you know, I endured all the fuck ups. So now I get to bask in me being able to have something great, you know? So he proceeds with basically, like, I guess Fatima was then saying, like, oh, how's your mom? And he was like, it's funny that you say that, because she kind of wants to talk to you. And she was like, really? And he was like, well, yeah, you know, I'm hoping that when I'm dead, then you can be there for my mom to ease the pain through the process, because she always liked you. But I was like, No, none at all. And he was like, because I'm her only child. So I hope that you'll be able to do that. And I'm like, why would I want to do that? Like, don't you have, don't she have sisters and brothers? Like, don't you have other family members that could be there for her? Like, why me? Like, no, that's a hard no, no. So then, as I guess he then while he's saying this, he's kneeling on the floor like he's proposing or whatever, and one of Zach's friend is like behind them, and I guess he's like videoing and taking pictures or something, right? Why? And then he stands up and he's embracing her, like hugging her tight, like I can't breathe hugging it tight. You know what I'm saying? And then it pans to the friends. I guess Tony is one of the friends. He's in the jacuzzi and he's telling Zach how he should not pursue Fatima because he really regrets getting married and having a family, and he wishes he just kind of played the field, you know. Other friend comes over, and I guess they're all in the back, and he's kind of, trying to talk Zach into going to the party. And he's like, no, but I'm going to go ahead and call Fatima. So then he goes in the house and try to find out where Fatima is. And as that's going on, the other two friends are showing, the guy is showing the picture of Fatima hugging up with the old dude, you know. And then Fatima walks in, and as Zach was trying to call her. And then the friends come back in the house and like basically saying like we're taking Zach out, and not asking but just telling, like, and she's like, oh yeah, it's cool because kind of in the house with me all the time, so it's cool, I'm not tripping, da da da, so then she's like, yeah, it's cool, whatever, so then she goes upstairs, and then the friends are like going back and forth with Zach, like, oh, I mean, not with Zach, but they're going back and forth with each other. And then he was like basically like showing the picture, whatever. And then, of course, they show Zach. And then, because of all this stuff that was going downstairs, Fatima's like, is everything okay? And Zach's like, yeah, everything's okay. And of course, it ends like that. And it kind of shows like Zach seems like he's kind of like, I don't know, he's just kind of like just shocked, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like he shouldn't do anything crazy because we know Zach, right? But then we know how Fatima is. So I feel like it's in his best interest to not do anything stupid, And like, I know his friends are telling him to go out or whatever, but I feel like he shouldn't go off of, I guess, emotions, and he should literally just stay in the house and try to talk it out with Fatima about the picture. And I think that is because, when he first met her, Ian, I think he kind of had a feeling that Ian was, or I kind of have a feeling like that he felt Fatima still kind of had feelings, you know what I mean? So the next episode is called, it will be posted tomorrow, and it's called Cutting Ties, which is going to be episode 6. Now listen, if it's going to be Cutting Ties, child, I feel like it should be Belinda, it should be Ian, it should be all of their friends, because basically they need to cut ties with all their friends, period. So we're gonna do these tweets. So Sister Zatima said, "It was the damn you find for me, and you looking good like that, right?" And then Hart said, "I don't know why the fuck Fatima just didn't tell Zach what was going on." I mean, I definitely agree with that. Like, just tell him. And then Katrina Mitchell said, "Team Zach, Team Zatima, they won't get it together." And then Krista Kisses said, "I don't like Zach or Fatima's friends. Get new ones." I agree. I totally agree. And then Nay, yeah, Zatima stressed me out earlier. Like, I agree. For real. Now, you guys already know, love bugs. Like, share, subscribe. Until next time, love bugs. And tomorrow will be episode 6 will be posted. Love you guys dearly.